What's good, everybody? This is Dale from Upstate Bets. I'm here with my partner Reoz, bringing you guys some NFL Thursday night action over here on Prize Picks. Right now, Dallas Cowboys are going at the Tennessee Titans. Dallas is favored right now by 12.5 with a 39.5 over under on this game total. So this game does get a little dicey. It's a little weird. Dallas is still in contention to get that first seed with that win over Philadelphia. Some things have to swing their way, of course, but they can still potentially take the first seed in this matchup. And then on the Tennessee Titans side of things, it doesn't matter for Tennessee this game, hypothetically. No matter what happens between Jacksonville and Houston and what happens between Dallas and Tennessee, that game in Week 18 against Jacksonville is just a playing game. Essentially, the way things work out, that game is to get into the playoffs. So this game it's a little bit weird. So it's the final. It's a perfect finale to the Thursday night football era of this season so far. We've had a bunch of weird games on Thursday night, a couple uninteresting games on Thursday night. So what better way to cap it off with this game? So really excited to get to these player props. I think we found some really good ones on the board. But before we get to the player props, we're talking about the Patreon.
A lot of stuff going on over on the Patreon. If you want more plays from us, if you want to chase that 10, 15, 25, 20 value over here on Prize Picks, the Patreon is the best place. You can get more NFL, more NBA, especially with NFL leading up into the playoffs and a couple weeks now where we're going to have games on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's going to be incredible. Pair them up with some NBA players. So check out the Patreon. It's going to be linked in the description below. We dropped it from $20 to $15 a month. So amazing value. Two for the price of one as well. Dale and I give out our own articles with 2 to 3 plays every single day. More like on Thursday with NFL and NBA. So highly recommend checking it out. Linked in the description below. You can also find it at patreon.com/upstate.
And if you're like a consistent viewer of our channel, you notice these last 2 days we didn't drop NBA content. But if you're over on the Patreon, you were still able to find picks from us over there as well. We apologize for not bringing out any content to you guys, but we're back here with some Thursday night stuff. So let's dive into the video. I'm going to go with someone in the passing, or it wouldn't even be passing, it would just be the interception category. Dak Prescott here. I'm going to take his under. Believe it or not, this is the first under I am taking this season in the NFL. I know that's not a lot of the times what you want to hear out of a guy that's giving player prop advice, but the brain just gravitates towards the over. But for here against the Tennessee Titans, I like the under. Not only is Tennessee terrible against the pass, they're 31st in the league, but like I said, this game doesn't really mean much to them, or if anything at all, it doesn't mean anything to the Tennessee Titans. And for Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys, I feel like they just need a really clean game here. They're going to use both running backs here. This game still has implications for them. They still want to take that number one seed. They want to play a couple games in Dallas in the playoffs. That would be absolutely huge for them if they can, do that. If they can, host a couple playoff games. So I think Dak Prescott, that game against Jacksonville, that interception he threw in overtime was just very ugly, and then it just in Philadelphia, it just comes at a bad time. And look at across the board, he's thrown interceptions in 8 out of his 10 games that he's played so far this season. So I think this is the game where he starts to clean it up. Like I said, the secondary doesn't provide any threat to anybody so far. Everyone in the league has torched the secondary. So I think Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys are going to play it safe. Prescott's going to get, a lot of dump downs here. He's going to play very conservative. Schultz is going to be heavily involved. I think Lamb's going to be in a lot of slant routes. So I like the under here. Give me Dak Prescott under an interception.
I actually really love that play. I love exactly what you said. You see right there on his thing, 5 straight games he's thrown an interception leading up into the playoffs. They're probably going to have a pretty tough matchup in the first round of the playoffs, so he's got to start really taking care of the ball, and this is a great matchup to get on track to do that. So love Prescott under an interception. I'm going to jump over to receiving yards with Robert Woods. We want to give you guys a guy on Dallas and for the Titans, and I really like Robert Woods here. This is definitely going to be a really weird game. If you really just kind of look at the board, every line on this Tennessee team is very low, and it's because there's questions at the quarterback. Me and Dal were talking about before that they might throw in Dobbins or
Joshua
right.
Dobbs, yeah. He hasn't thrown a
Yep.
pass. Yeah, he hasn't even thrown a pass in 3 years. But Vrabel might put him in the game. So, like I said, this game gets weird.
And they definitely want to see what they have with the rookie, with the 3 year player who really hasn't done anything since he played for the Steelers. So I think they also signed Robert Woods, gave him a pretty big contract. They want to see what he has in store. I know he's been dealing with a couple injuries and just really having a couple no shows, but this line is low enough where 2, 3 catches can get the job done. Realistically, maybe even one. He could catch a nice little deep pass or a little screen where he rips one off. But this is going to be a weird game. Highly recommend playing pretty light, but there's a ton of value on this board. So love these two picks. Robert Woods over 23.5.
And as like the veteran wide receiver that steps in on this team, like no matter who's playing quarterback, he can kind of calm down the situation, be like, listen, you know, give me the ball in this, give me the ball here. I'm going to run like, just a screen, or, we'll run a bubble route or something like that. He can rack up yards that way just to get it some confidence, especially if Josh Jobs steps in. This is a way for Robert Woods to be like, hey, feed me the ball a little bit. Let's get a couple things going, complete a couple passes, get some confidence in yourself. And I think as a veteran, he can do that. And he can still get separation. He's not, a complete scrub. This line is just too low for Robert Woods, especially in this game. I think that Robert Woods can have a really good one. So that's going to be our two players here. You could punch this in for a 2-pick power if you would like. However you guys like to play. Like I said, there's higher paying routes and Prize Picks. You can go up to 25x, which involves 6 players. So if you want to try out Prize Picks, the promo code's listed down below. And thank you guys for watching the video. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you next time. Peace out.